that begs up the next question, next segment of the show. Who is your favorite comic book writer? Now, for me, this changes constantly. Like, this is an ever evolving list of my favorite writers. So, since you're the guest goes first. Who is your favorite writer, and like why? What is it about their writing that actually gets you?
So, just like you, I want to say like sometimes this changes all the time, but I would say one writer that I can always depend on, you know, and that is Mark Wade. Mark Wade is just that
Yeah.
guy. You know, I haven't read anything from Mark Wade that I didn't like. And similar to like other great comic writers, I like to put Mark Wade up there with like Kurt Busiek. He is able to be like an encyclopedia of these characters. You know what I'm saying? Like any character Mark Wade writes, I'm like, he got it. He know their whole history. Like I know it. And he never let me down. Never.
No, that's awesome. Like Mark Wade, like I just showed in the picture, he worked on Kingdom Come, he's worked on The Flash, he's worked on Daredevil, he's worked on Spider-Man, he's worked on pretty much everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, I have never read anything from him that I disliked.
Didn't he also do Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe too? He was part of that, I think.
Was he on that one?
So. I think he was.
I think so, because I think I have. I say that because I think I have a graphic novel over there, and every day I walk by it, and it's got his name on it. So I think he. I want to say I think he was involved in it somehow.
Well, if he did, it was awesome because Mark Wade is the GOAT. The fact that I feel like all of Mark Wade's writing, it's very new reader friendly too. That's one thing I like about Mark Wade. Like the fact you can jump straight into his Flash run, not even know who Wally West is, but you will develop appreciation and a love for Wally West, and then by the end of it, you'll be like, "Dang, I know Wally West like he's my brother." You know?
Yeah, he's really good at like showcasing the backstories of characters at the beginning of his runs. He's very good at catching everybody up to what they should, at least the basics of what they should understand going into it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's so good. Like the only thing by Mark Wade I haven't read, and I hope people in the comments don't do me dirty, okay? And that is his Daredevil run. I haven't read his Daredevil run yet. I've heard great things. I have the 2 omnibuses. I just haven't got a chance to crack them open. But I will one day, I promise.
I was because that's the main run that I always hear get suggested.
Mm-hmm.
Every time is the Daredevil runs.
For JJ, don't be afraid with welcome hero Feces Face. We're glad to have you here, and I saw his comment came up.
Yeah, like hey, the name threw me off a little bit.
The name is so good, but definitely want to welcome him and say hi. You know, obviously. I love that kind of stuff. It's so great.
Hey, you gotta love the live broadcast, man.
So much fun.
Right. Thanks. I see my boy Loco. What's up, man?
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of people coming in here. But so if I had to pick one right now, my favorite writer has got to be James Tynion. Something is Killing the Children, Nice House on the Lake, Department of Truth, The Closet. Like, dude, there's so many great runs that he's worked on. He's also, I believe, worked on Swamp Thing or is getting ready to work on Swamp Thing.
That's perfect.
Oh, and wow, Something is Killing the Children just got picked up by Amazon recently.
Yeah.
And they confirmed that they're going forward with the show. So I don't know if they said it was animated or live action or not.
Did they give up on Invincible, or are we going to see a season 2 from that, or no? They're just
They keep saying it's in the works, but that's what they've been saying for like 6 years.
They came out with this little like animated like little trailer thing, and it was basically like Mark, and he was saying, "Yeah, season 2 is coming. Just give us some time. We're working on it." But yeah, but anyway, back to Something is Killing the Children. JJ, I just want to say thank you so much for putting me
Did you
on.
finally start reading it?
Great. Sir, not only did I start reading it, I read the first 15 issues.
Wow.
Okay.
That's dedication right there.
Yes.
100%.
Oh man, so good. And I think James Tinian does horror like the best. Oh, amazing.
Because it's very easy with horror to overdo it.
Mhm.
It's real easy in horror to overdo the gore, overdo the suspense, like every issue leave it on a cliffhanger or something. Like, it's real easy to just stick to all the horror tropes, slasher, blood,
Yeah.
guts. Tinian actually makes you like play detective when you're reading his books. Like you actually have to try and figure out what's going on.
Thor Storian with it's so funny because I wanted to bring that up. A friend of the first of all, a friend of the shows, but also a good guy, Dan Jurgens. I could not agree more. So underrated. Also does art. Obviously, I think he does the art for Booster Gold and for other things like that. I know with Superman, I think it's a Brett Breeding mix. With
Yeah, I've got quite a few of his 90s Superman books in my online shop.
and that was a great. I mean, as much as like I think if that got any down or backlash, that series got backlash because it was just like with the trend of like kill Superman and let's go ahead and let's break Batman's back and let's go ahead and it was like it was a lot and then came back, brought him back and all that stuff like that. But I think in general, as the storyline goes, I just read the omnibus is like this big, but I read the omnibus recently again, and I was like, it still kind of like holds water just as much as it did 30 years ago or whatever. So it's
100%. Like that's when you're looking at a good writer when their stuff holds up.
True.
Not everybody's stuff lasts 20, 30 years and is still good, or still considered good, I should say.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Dan Jurgens, he created Booster Gold,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's with Superman, Booster Gold. I want to say Green Lantern.
I want to say he did some Green Lantern, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, but
he is super underrated.
Yeah, and the fact that he does both too. I mean, again, like when you think about people, it's funny as I start to get like I was talking about this. I don't know if it was yesterday or recently, where I'm like more into now with comics, like signed and remarked, and like something that has like a personal touch to it. Like I'm getting more and more into that, like getting kind of obsessive about it too, which is annoying. But like you start to see the real distinction between. So CGC just announced a signing with David Michelin, and like he's a straight writer, and he wrote Spider-Man for a long time. But it's also like when you're looking to get like a book signed, he's attached to every single Spider-Man book from like the mid 90s or early 90s, like from Venom to Carnage to like, and so it's like, what do like it's tough. And then when you have what Longbox was saying earlier, with someone like Todd McFarlane, who is known for his art, but then does both, whether does it well or not, is a second topic. But I think it is the dual threats are, you start to reel when you see like the names and like the what do I mean, my words are not working today, but when you see like the what's the word, the
signature,
or just like you see like the with the masthead, you see like the on the first page where it's like writer, story, inker, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's very, very much specialized, right? And so I think those guys that can do both and do it well, hats off to those guys. It doesn't happen all the time. So yeah,
100%. Well, I did also ask this question to a bunch of people on Twitter and TikTok and all those other places, and we got a couple really unexpected responses. Like for instance, Sam Keith. We've got one person that said Amanda Connor.
That's a good one.
She's goated.
And then, I mean, some more expected ones were like Ed Brubaker. Right here, Vectorverse said Brian K. Vaughan. So, I mean, it's crazy to me to see how many different.
Donny Cates is pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I expected to see more Donny Cates,
Yeah.
right? And then you've got people who just can't make up their minds, like Hillbilly.
Of
You got
course.
Jeff Johns, Mark Waid, Jonathan Hickman.
I will say I love Jeff Johns' Flashpoint run. Love Flashpoint.
Yes, it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So
super.
good.
They've done it to death at this point, right? Like we're gonna get the live action. There's a bunch of animated features. They've done it on the show on CW. They've done, it's been done because it's so interesting, right? Like it changes everything, and you don't often see that. Donny Cates is famous for doing that, like completely shifting what you know about a character, think about a character. And so, yeah, I think I do like Jeff Johns as well, even though he was working on the DC EU for a while, and that didn't work out. He came on, I think, around Dawn of Justice.
Yeah.
I think like creatives, it started like conflicting, you know.